Their only voice is the fourth richest man in the world. Their only voice is the fourth richest man in the world.
So once again, the cronyism charge being levelled by Mr. Manickam Tagore at the government, but the larger aspect right now is that the Speaker has now dealt with a very, very strong hand those who are disrupting Parliament. Despite an explanation, despite the government being ready for a discussion, there are those who are deliberately disrupting Parliament. That's the charge that's been made, and the Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi a short while ago had also addressed the media and said that it is unfortunate indeed that the opposition is not allowing Parliament to function. Meanwhile, the Congress mainly is turning around and saying that these are issues of the people. It's a matter that needs to be discussed and deliberated right away. We need answers from the government on inflation and on price rise. And those are the placards that have been carried. Pallavi Ghosh is with us. So the Congress coming out and saying we are not carrying anything wrong. We are asking questions on reality. That's the placards that we are carrying. And the government is not willing to answer these questions. The government is saying maintain decorum, you can't carry placards and we'll have discussion.
Yes. So this is the problem. This is the chicken egg controversy which happens. Who decides who?
Pallavi, please hold your thoughts. Please stay with me on the phone line. I have Gaurav Bhatia of the BJP with us. Gauravji, namaste. This is Anand Narasimhan here. The Congress has just turned around and said that the government is unwilling to answer questions that are uncomfortable. They are unwilling to listen to the voice of the opposition, and they do not want to answer questions on price rise and inflation. And that's why they are the hard hand on Congress MPs.
Anand, namaskar. First of all, Congress party has turned into a party of anarchy. Temple of democracy is to discuss, deliberate, and even criticize. But carrying placards is nobody's birthright. To throw papers at the chair, which was earlier done,
Gauravji,
is nobody's birthright.
Gauravji, I have Mr. T.N. Prathapan with me on the phone line. Mr. Prathapan, you've been suspended for the entire session from Parliament. How would you want to respond to this?
My duty, I am the people representative. My duty, people issues present in the Parliament. GST, unpredictable GST, increasingly all commodities, rice, milk, food, and buttermilk, paneer, curd, lassi, rye, wheat, all packet food items. Increase the GST rates. We want discussion in the Parliament. We want reduce the GST. Every day, I humble request in the Speaker and government discuss this GST issue. No response to the government. Today, Parliamentary Party Minister Prahlad Joshi put a resolution and Shapur, Tamil Nadu, Jothimani, Tamil Nadu, and Ramya Haridas, Kerala,
Ramya Haridas.
Members suspect. We strong. We will continue our fight. No compromise. We continue our fight in the people's side.
So are you saying that the government has not agreed to a discussion? Government is saying they're okay for a discussion. I have Mr. Gaurav Bhatia with me, Mr. Prathapan. Gauravji, how would you want to respond to Mr. Prathapan?
Why government
Anand, may I?
not allowed the discussion. Not allowed the discussion.
Government is not allowed discussion is what Mr. Prathapan is saying. Mr. Prathapan, let's get from the voice from the BJP. Gaurav Bhatia wants to respond. Yes, Gauravji.
Anandji, these people are perpetual, obstructionists. And the simple question is, when there is a rule that you cannot carry placards within the Parliament on the floor of the House, why are you doing that? Don't you respect the chair of the Speaker and the Deputy Chairperson and the Chairperson of the Rajya Sabha? Second, in the past also we have seen Congress MPs being suspended when they thought it is their birthright to stand on the table, when they manhandled the marshals, when they threw papers and files at the chair. Is this what democracy would be all about? And responding on the GST, the Congress Minister of Rajasthan, who was part of the group of ministers that decided on the, rationalization of the tariff, did not object to it. The GST Council did not object to it. GST Council has members from the Congress. Why? The right forums are not used, and then they behave in such an irresponsible manner.
But is the opposition wrong in demanding a discussion on these matters, on inflation, on price rise in both houses, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia?
Anand, they are absolutely well within their right to ask for a discussion. And if I remember correctly, when the session was to begin, even the Honorable Prime Minister had said that let's have a meaningful discussion. And the Speaker and the Chair finally decides what topics to take up for discussion. But you cannot indulge in anarchy. You cannot, carry placards like this. And the simple point is that when the Speaker asked them to discuss the issues that were in hand, they decided to leave the House.
So, but in this case, why is this matter not being discussed? And in the past, placards have been carried in the House is one of the aspects. I was speaking to Mr. Madhu Gaur Yaski and he said, I am an ex-parliamentarian. I have carried placards. Others have carried placards. Nobody's been suspended for carrying a placard. We were not creating ruckus. We were carrying a placard and we were raising our voice. Isn't that a right in Parliament?
Anand, the only right they have is as per the rule book, and let's not question the wisdom of the chair. In the past, if something wrong happened and it wasn't corrected, doesn't mean that it would continue for perpetuity. And second, on the point of discussion on these issues,
yes,
I'm sure that if they behave in a responsible manner, they have merit on their side, they would allow the Speaker to actually take a decision and utilize every bit of the session. You can't dictate terms to the Speaker. Maybe there are other pressing issues which the Speaker or the Chair wants to be discussed.
So you're open to discussion, but it is the Chair's wisdom as to when the discussion will be allowed. Gaurav Bhatia ji, thank you very much. Big story, showdown in Parliament. 4 Lok Sabha Congress MPs have been suspended, 2 from Tamil Nadu, 2 from Kerala. Short break. Stay with us.